Yo, man. Welcome to Power Plays Palace, man. We back again. We are back again, man. Listen, I told y'all, man, you know, that the FOMC day was yesterday, right? So, we're going to get right to the chart from yesterday. Got kind of brutal yesterday, but we're going to get to the chart anyway. All right, so yesterday we were looking for, we had a pre-market high 743.48, pre-market low of 741.25. And what we were looking for is for a spot to, if it broke through that, then we was going to look for a targets at 745, 747, 749, and 750. And if it pulled back before it moved up, we was going to be looking at the targets of getting back to 743.48. And then we was going to go back to 745, 747, 749, and so on. And on the put side, bears, if we got a push up to the pre-market high and then we got rejection, then we was going to be looking for targets at 742.79, 741.25, 739.50, 738, 736. And with FOMC day being yesterday, you can look for a lot of volatility, something that we talked about and everything. So let's look at the chart from yesterday. And here we go. So on yesterday, what we had happen is SPY came in right here around the 740 area. It opened up at 739.97, got to a high of 740.36. And then it pulled all the way back to about 12:15, all the way down to 731.73. So from right there, you had about a $10 move because it went from 739 to 731, so about $8 move. And then from there, 731 to where it went all the way up to 2 o'clock. You know, FOMC was at 2. That's when everything started happening. So FOMC went back to 739. So right there, you still have an $8 move. So from here, and I'm gonna show you what's crazy about how the chart ended up playing out. It ended up pulling down to 736 right here, and then it shot all the way up until it got to the high of 742.65, and from there, it rejected hard, and it ended up going all the way down to 729.10. And it closed the day out at 731, 729.52. That's when it closed the day at in the regular market, and then the 415 closed it at the end of the day. That trading is 727.85. So it really did a number on it. And so if you would play the chart after it touched after the FOMC, what you would have been able to do is play it all the way back down to every level. So it was a call day, because if you would have jumped in when it pulled all the way back early, 731, and rode them calls all the way up to 742, that would have been a $12 move. And then you got puts that goes from 742 down to 729, which is a huge drop. So you had some nice moves, some nice swings yesterday. About 3 or 4 of them yesterday on the spot, so you could have played that. And so if you played the chart, that was a good thing. You caught up with everything. So let's look at the chart for today. Right now we have a pre-market high of 735.11, a pre-market low of 729.86, which is a good, is a good range. And if SPY was to break above and shoot up towards that pre-market high and break above that, we was going to be looking at targets of 738, 740, 742, 67, and 745. And that's if it push up. Now, if it pull back a little before it push up, then we're going to be targeting, and what I mean pull back is pre-market low area. We'll be targeting 729.86 will be the entry around that area, 729.10 the low from yesterday. And what we'll be targeting is 732, 735.11, and 738. Now, if SPY was to go up and push towards the pre-market high and then reject, Then we'll be looking at 729.86, 729.10, 727.50, 725, and 722.50. Now, if SPY was to pull back before it actually moves up, right, and pulls back around that pre-market low, then we'll be looking at getting in around that 729 mark. And then our first target from there will be 725, and then 727, 50, 725, and then 722.50. And that'll be our targets for today. Now, looking at the chart right now, what we have going on is in the pre-market. Oh man, you see right now it's 9:10. I had been hesitating on making this because I saw it pushing up. It's 9:10, so it's about 20 minutes before the market opens. You can see SPY has came up and it already tried to break through that pre-market high. It did break through, but that is a strong rejection counter. And you see it starting to push back down. So, we can move this pre-market high because it's still in the pre-market. Let's see what we got, 735.54. So it's still generally in the same range. But you can see where we at right now. This could be setting up for a retest. Could not, but we're going to be able to get an opportunity to see when the market opens. But as you can currently see, we have all these different areas that were key areas throughout the week that SPY be going up and retesting. So we're going to see how it holds up. But that's our trade plan for today, a day after FOMC, where you can see FOMC was pretty volatile yesterday, like we talked about. So it was some funds to be made out there if you didn't get too greedy. So that was a great day, and so we'll see what happens moving forward here. But as of right now, that's where we are. That's our trade plan for today. Now this is Power Play Palace, where we don't give financial advice. We just give you ideas of people from somebody who trades every day. And if you follow it and it helps you, man, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if you don't like it or you find some reason it doesn't agree, you don't agree, hey, leave a comment. Let's discuss it and see how I can be better. I want to get better and make sure that the information I'm providing is, even though it's not financial advice, that it's quality information that you can use. And if it helps you become a better trader, then, like, share, and subscribe. Or, like I said, if you want to trade with us, come over to Power Plays, man, the Discord. And then we can move on from there, and then you can learn. It's free. And let's have some fun, man. But in the meantime, today, I'm out of here, man. We're going to get ready for trading. And I'll see y'all on tomorrow. Let's go.